All right, y'all, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of Behind the Mic, powered by Revolt Podcast Network. I'm your host, Wise Grisette. As you know, Revolt Podcast Network community manager and podcast enthusiast. If this is your first time tapping in with Revolt Podcast Network's Behind the Mic, thank you for being here. If this is not your first time, then you already know what I'm about to tell you. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Revolt Podcast Network and visit listen.revolt.tv to learn more about our amazing podcast library. Now, y'all know I'm always bringing somebody cool to the podcast, and I have yet another cool brother right here in front of me. Jiggy Jones, what up, man? Welcome to the pod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wise, was good, brother, and appreciate you having me. I'm excited. I'm blessed to be here, and let's get it popping.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So Jiggy Jones, well known as, he also has a podcast on the Revolt Podcast Network called Kreative Convos, recent addition to our summer class. So Jiggy, tell us a little bit about yourself and about the pod.
Nah, for sure. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jiggy Jones, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, the birthplace of a lot of legends, the late great Whitney Houston, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael B. Jordan, and so many others, and Jiggy Jones, of course. But yeah, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, always had a passion for journalism, storytelling, writing, dancing, and just overall, just lights, camera, action. Always had a knack and affinity for that, and all those things combined. And as I started my journey back in 2017, graduating undergrad, dove into the world of, entertainment, music journalism. And from there, started my podcast, which is Kreative Convos, where I founded the media platform Creative Clout with my frat brother. And that launched the podcast we have today, which is Kreative Convos, which is a platform that just simply uncovers the stories, struggles, and successes of individuals who have turned their passion into powerful ventures, right? We are all storytellers in some aspect, and we are all creatives in some aspect. But then creativity doesn't always mean art, right? If you've improvised at any point in time in your life, you're creative. If something didn't go your way in one aspect and you were able to turn that around, you're creative. If you were able to make something out of nothing, you are creative. So that's what Kreative Convos is all about. So yeah, I tap into artists, creators, entrepreneurs, basically anyone. In my job, I take on the responsibility of just helping people tell their story and, provide insight and inspiration through that.
That's incredible. For those of you who are watching this, you will know this, but for those that are not, let me explain it. Jiggy got some incredible creators behind him. It's at vinyls. I see Michael Jackson,
yes, sir.
From Gary, Indiana, and Kanye West.
For sure.
So, I could see there's way more behind the mic. So, yeah. So, all right. So now we know a little bit about you in front of the mic. So, yeah, please share more about you behind the mic.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I think my whole thing as a storyteller, I take every aspect of my life, even with my hobbies, right? I'm a sports fanatic. So Lakers, Eagles, Mets, and yeah, baseball, basketball, football. Sports is a big part of storytelling. That's why we fell in love with Nike, right? We don't love Nike because simply they have the best product, the best shoes, the best merch, the best sneakers or attire. Is because they know how to tell stories, right? Michael Jordan was one of the first signature athlete, if not the first signature athlete that Nike ever had. And when they created that logo, it was about the Jumpman, right? Every single ad and the story of Michael Jordan, not only his performance on the court, but how they portrayed him was being the best version of yourself, jumping as high as you can to reach your highest potential. Everything I do, that's what I try to do. So I play basketball. That's one of my biggest hobbies and my passions. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. Some would say it's an underserved, underprivileged area, under-resourced, but we make something out of nothing, and we take what we're given. We take those lemons and we make lemonade. So I feel like everyone had hoop dreams growing up in the hood. But we use that as an outlet to simply just express ourselves. And I played middle school, high school, and while also in high school, I sang, danced, I act. I was a theater junkie,
Oh, wow. Wow.
We
Okay.
used to do a spring musical every year. I think I was in 3 of them in high school, and 2 of them I starred in a leading role. I have a huge affinity for being on stage, having the lights, bright lights. I don't shy away from bright lights. I love bright lights. I want to make sure, I'm in the brightest light possible. And, I simply embrace it because I use it just as an outlet to simply express myself and just to inspire. So I always encourage everyone to tap into their passions because if you're gonna spend a lot of time doing something, you might as
Mhm.
well actually love doing it. So other than that, I like long walks on the beach, gazing into the stars, the moon, the
Mhm.
galaxy. No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
Did you matter of fact, did you see the Northern Lights? I know that happened a couple weeks ago, but did you have a chance to see that in Jersey?
I didn't.
I missed it too.
Oh damn. I'm not tapped into that. Hold on.
But
I might
yeah,
have
they had it. Nah, it was in Brooklyn. So I know if it was in Brooklyn, they for damn sure had to be in Jersey.
yeah, for sure. It's right there. Yep.
For sure.
Right.
So, you talked a lot about some of your creative outlets. What would you say is your like number one go-to creative outlet to unwind?
Definitely singing. Definitely singing.
Mm.
If I if I woke up one day, God forbid, and I couldn't sing, yeah, I think my joy would go from like the peak to the depths of hell. Like it's
Oh
like
wow.
I won't be happy anymore. I really won't be like that. That's like I've been singing since I was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. First time performed, I was like 7 years old in front of hundreds of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So it's like that really been that gives me joy. Even though, when running a media brand or a platform, I have a staff of 3 right now. So even when that gets, like a little stressful, or I remind myself that, I'm doing it for a purpose, but I get to sing a little tune or throw some Stevie Wonder
Mhm.
and,
Mhm. Mhm.
that just gives me joy. So yeah, my biggest creative expression or outlet would definitely be singing for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Did not expect that. I love that every single interview that I do for Behind the Mic always brings something super and special to that. Did not know that you were a singer. I'm not gonna be one of them folks that's gonna put you on the spot like, yo, we'll sing a little tune for the folks, damn. But if you
I'm,
want
I'm
to, we
welcome.
got time.
Ooh, quick little something. Just quick little something. All right, here we go. There's 1,000 words that I can say to make you come on, girl. Seems so long ago you walked away, left me alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Oh
Leave it right.
wow. Wow. Okay. Little John Legend. I peep.
Yeah,
I
a
peep
little
game.
something,
Peep game. Okay.
little something, yeah.
Okay. So Jiggy, if podcasting ain't your thing, bro, that R&B lane is right there, bro. It's right there.
All encompassing. Everything gonna make sense. Everything makes sense. It's step by step, brick by brick.
Receive. Did you spend time in the church growing up?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm a Baptist. Born and raised a Baptist. Sang in the
Mm-hmm.
choir. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but that was
Mm-hmm.
mandatory. Back in the day, it was like that's crazy. I was funny. I was watching something that Jermaine Dupri said the other day. He said like R&B, it doesn't sound the same because the artists weren't raised in church. And
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the comments, and it's like, yo, we were forced to go to church back in the, our parents wasn't having that. Like, and I'm African, I'm
Yeah,
Liberian.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
parents wasn't like on Sundays waking up at 7 o'clock, go get ready, make breakfast, and you gotta get to church by 9 o'clock. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
consequence. No, matter of fact, you going. Like ain't
Yeah,
no unless
yeah,
you're like
yeah.
really, really sick, you
Sick.
going to church.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm glad that my parents did that because it got me spiritually grounded, made me have a relationship with God and just make
Mm-hmm.
sure I tap into my spiritual sense and that's definitely carried me, throughout my life. So I'm grateful.
That's incredible. All right.
Yeah.
So, first off, thank you for sharing that. Before we move on to our game, though, there's one thing you want people to know about you that they cannot find out on the podcast. What is it?
That's a good one. Cause I'm definitely a walking open book. But one thing people don't know, um, I went skydiving before. I've been definitely
Tell
been
me,
sky.
tell me more. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, yeah, 28th birthday. This fresh out of COVID. This is 2021 to 2021. Yeah. So
Mhm.
2021, yeah, my birthday. I'm at the time I had just started at Fox News. So I'm
Mhm.
high, I'm making the most money I ever made. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm about to be 28. Yeah, and myself. I was trying to find somebody else to go with. Cause I'm like, yo, who gonna
Mhm.
be crazy enough to jump out the plane with me? Both of my cousins, they already did it before. One of my cousins did it twice. He like, bro, I'm tapped out. I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. Other cousin, she did it in Seattle once. She like, yeah, I'm one and done. I'm not doing it no more. One of my other
Mhm.
friends came down from Connecticut. Our birthday 2 days apart. She was like, yo, I'm with it. I don't know if it was the, you know, we're both Aries, we're adventurous, we're daredevils. Yeah, she was crazy enough to jump out that plane, you know, right with me. So it's one of the most liberating experiences, you know. It's something that, of course, is, you know, it's crazy. It's like you jumping out of a plane 1,000 feet in the air, but the biggest thing, the fear is in the anticipation, not the jump itself. So as you going up on a plane, you know, that's when you scared, you getting, you know, stomach start turning, you like, oh man, I don't know. But they telling you each, like, every 10 seconds, like, we can go back down. We can go back down. But it was, once they reach a certain altitude, it's like, nah. It's like, all right, bro, you already up here. You ain't got no other choice but to jump. And I think the thing that gave me comfortability was majority of their staff jumped with me. I think it was probably like 10 people on that plane
Oh
with us.
wow,
And
that's cool.
yeah. So I think like 8 members of their staff, you know, they do this all the time. So they jumping this way, they falling back, they doing somersaults in the air. I'm like, hold up. I ain't ready for any of that. You know what I mean? Like, well, my instructor, yeah, he was just like, you know, tilt your head back, let's go. You know, you ready to jump? 1, 2, 3. On 3, we got up out of there, and I'm like, yeah, it was lit. So yeah, I posted a video on my IG and all that. So anybody that's watching or listening to this, Jiggy Jones, JIGGY JONES 2 underscores, you could definitely check that on my IG for sure.
Good. I'm gonna have to watch that because jumping out of planes is not really my thing.
Yeah,
You know.
it's a little wacky, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. But it's
Wow.
fun though. It's fun. If you could build up courage, I encourage everybody to do it just one time.
All right, I will definitely consider that. Maybe when I turn 40. All right, so the game we're gonna play is called "What Would You Do?" This is supposed to be rapid fire, but this one is gonna be a little more drug out. So you'll probably only get through 2 at this time. We got 30 seconds. All right, countdown from 3, 2, 1. What would you do if your social media got hacked during a major promotion?
Hit the job up real quick and saying, yo, this is the situation. It's hacked. No, I'm not responsible for anything that's posted, said, or posted on those accounts.
You hitting the job first. Okay, bet. What would you do if your dream guest canceled right before the interview?
Damn, that definitely happened to me before. So, I mean, it is what it is. Everything I put everything in divine timing. I'm not tripping, but you know, I definitely get to the bottom of it.
Bet. Okay, and that's it. That's it. That was quick. That was quick.
Perfect.
Easy. Nah, I have had dream guests cancel on me as well too, and there's a lot of throwing things at the wall. For sure. But Jiggy, man, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Behind the Mic, powered by Revolt Podcast Network. Please, again, one more time, tell the folks where they can find you at, and of course, tell them where they can find the podcast.
For sure. This is Jiggy Jones, y'all. Appreciate Wise for having me. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JIGGYJONES 2 underscores. You can also find Kreative Convos on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at KREATIVE Convos CONVOS. That's Kreative Convos, Apple, Spotify. Make sure y'all tap in. A lot of great things coming for the rest of the year. Wise, thanks for having me, man.
Fire, man. I appreciate it, y'all. And again, it's another episode of Behind the Mic, powered by Revolt Podcast Network. I'm your host, Wise. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and all the places at The Real Wise, WIZE. Thank y'all again, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Sure.